Well, if you're still sending email to business prospects from janedovo@gmail.com, then you're telling the entire world in big red neon letters that you're not serious about your VO business. Look, in a crowded industry where first impressions can literally be the difference between somebody wanting to work with you and somebody completely ghosting you, your email address is instantly signaling whether you're a pro or whether you're a poser. So let's talk about why your generic email address, whether it's Gmail or Outlook or AOL or Hotmail, is costing you opportunities and exactly what to do if you want to be seen as the real deal in a world full of hustlers and hacks and hobbyists. Before we get into it, our free source of the week is the $50 fix that keeps clients from ignoring you. How to instantly look like a pro this weekend without going broke. It's our free guidebook with a 3-step process for a professional first impression. Download it now. The link is in the description and show notes. Look, maybe you started with a Gmail or an Outlook address, maybe an old legacy Yahoo or Hotmail or AOL address when you first recorded your first gig, and you've been meaning to look more professional, but some way or another, new gear or a new demo or a new class always leapt ahead on the priority list. I get it. But here's the thing. To casting directors, to producers, to the people that hire us on a regular basis, using a generic Gmail or Outlook address, anything like that, is to them like you're using a toy microphone. You just look like a chucklehead, and it's a strong signal that either you're new or you're not heavily invested, emotionally or otherwise, and that you may not stick around, and that is not the image you want. So let's say you, yourself, were casting a project, and you're openly soliciting for submissions. Half the ones that you get are voiceactor2020@gmail.com, and the other half are from a custom domain, something like j@jalenvoice.com. Whose email do you open first? Who feels like a safe choice, like a vetted choice? Clients go with the second option almost every single time. And this is the part that absolutely blows my mind. One of the biggest tells of a scam, someone that's trying to scam voiceover artists, is the fact that it comes from, guess what? A Gmail address. On the forums, places like VO Red Flags on Facebook, other forums, other boards. The fastest way to spot a scam is that it comes from a burner Gmail address. Occasionally they'll use Outlook or Yahoo or AOL. So what that means is, just by association, your own generic email address runs the risk of being labeled as a spammer, either by the ISPs, the internet service providers themselves, or by clients thinking you're a scammer and moving you into spam. Spend even just a little time in the voiceover community, and you will start to notice the same red flags come up around scams. An email from a generic, usually a Gmail domain, usually with a very vague intro. Next, an appeal to your ego. Hey, we came across your website. And by the way, they never say how they came across your website, and we think you'd be an excellent fit for what we're doing. Your talent really jumped out at us. Next, the requests for personal information or odd payment requests. And lastly, either no website or they're impersonating a legit person at a legit company with a legit website with a fake email, something like disneycasting@gmail.com. Come on, man. So guess what happens when you send email from a Gmail or other generic address? You're getting skipped over every single day because the client, the prospect, simply doesn't trust that you're a real business. So the email is one piece. The next piece is the overall domain. If your online home looks something like janedovoiceover.wix.com/voiceover, you're screaming hobbyist or hack even louder. Would you buy from a business with a cardboard sign taped to the roof, or one in a real professional building with a professional sign? The psychology, guys, is absolutely the same. Having a custom domain, even if it's a simple one, tells the client that you are invested in your own business. It's just as important as a professional demo, and in some cases, even more so when it comes to vetting and building trust. So here are some of the red flag URLs, the web addresses that make clients hesitate and doubt whether they can trust you. Wix site, Weebly, or Squarespace trial URLs. Third-party portfolio links like SoundCloud.com/JaneDoeVO. Clunky, unbranded URLs with things like numbers and dashes and strange punctuation mixed in. If your domain doesn't align with your business name, or if it shouts somehow, "I did this for free," you're giving the impression you're probably not going to stick around, or you aren't making enough money from your VO work to invest in even basic minimal expenses. But a pro image matters even if you're just starting out, even if you're part-time. You say, "Well, Paulie, I'm just getting started." Yeah, maybe you are. Maybe you're in the trenches, building that prospect list, building your client roster while you're still maybe juggling a day job, you're taking care of your kids, maybe your elderly parents, who knows. But the biggest and best VO pros, guys, did not wait until they felt ready to put a professional image into place. Here are the top 3 ways that you're losing out with free email and free website addresses. Number 1, and this is the worst one, deleted without even opening. Your generic email or your free website address lands in spam without the intended recipient even opening and reading your email. If it doesn't get opened, it can't get read, and if it can't get read, it can't get clicked. Second, an instant price ceiling. You're subconsciously training your clients that you are a dabbler and therefore cheap before they even listen to your professional demo. And third, the word of mouth roadblock. Professionals, casting directors, producers, they talk, they refer talent back and forth, but they don't refer untrusted talent back and forth. Only the ones that look bookable, professional, and trustworthy to put in front of their or someone else's client. And the stupid part is it's so quick and easy to upgrade your professional image when it comes to your email and your website. There is no excuse in 2026. You can set up a professional email address like your name at yournamevo.com for the cost of literally a few coffees a year. We're talking like $12 to $20 a year. You'll not only look more professional, but you'll protect your digital and real reputation for the long haul. So let me walk you through this. First, buy your custom domain from somebody like Squarespace Domains, Namecheap, any of the reputable domain registrars. Second, get your email hosting. I recommend using Google Workspace because it tends to work and play well with many other platforms. Or you can use your own website host like Squarespace or Wix or WordPress. Any and all of them let you create a custom email address that matches your custom domain. Now, for your main admin email address, the one you send the most important stuff through, like invoices, like audio files, like important and crucial client communications, do not send your marketing messages through that main admin domain. We'll talk about why in a second. For that main admin domain, make sure you set it up like your name at your custom domain name, vo.com. And to that point, if you're doing outbound email marketing, get one or more additional separate domains with an email address for each, like your first name at your other custom domain.com. Forward the web browser traffic from that to your main domain so that when people type your other domain address in, it will go to your main site. But do not forward your email from your outgoing marketing domain to your main admin domain. Step 2, upgrade your website. Just because you have a custom URL doesn't mean you need a $10,000 or a $5,000 website. Even a single page that's well branded, that's clean, that's easy to use, has your demos top front and center, an about section, and a contact form. That's really all you need to get on the board and do the job like a pro. So, match your main email address to your main domain where your website lives. Keep it clean, keep it simple, focus on your demos and making sure that the information is easy to find. And if possible, and if it's authentic for you, show a professional headshot. Now, that doesn't mean you need to be in a suit and tie. Business casual is fine. And if you like, a logo. Not necessary, but optional. And step 3, now that you've got that stuff in place, go back and audit your website touchpoints. Where do you list your email? Where do you list your website? Check your social bios, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Instagram. Check your profiles on the casting sites if you have any. VDC, Voice123. Backstage, etc. And finally, and this one might cost you a little bit of money, double check your invoices and your business cards. Align everything to your new professional brand. do not leave those legacy Gmail or Outlook or AOL email addresses out on the web for your clients to find. It's only going to confuse them now. Some other credibility killers you might be missing. The first one is missing or inconsistent branding. If you're using a different logo, different colors in different places, if your demo file names aren't inconsistent, all of that chips away at your professional branding. Try to keep things as consistent across platforms, across file names as you can. Secondly, cluttered or outdated demos. If you get a mishmash of old tracks mixed in with samples, inconsistent file names, the demos are dated and the trends are outdated, then you don't look like somebody who updates and stays current with their craft. Third, a social media mismatch. So let's say your URL is John Doe VO, but on social media, you're known as John Doe VO _ the real VO artist. Clients start to get confused and they wonder if you're hiding something. And 4, no testimonials or reviews. Now I get it, when you're brand new, these are hard to come by. But even a few lines from satisfied clients, maybe even a gig you did for a student project or as a volunteer, all those pieces of social proof help build trust. If you don't have any, okay, you got to start somewhere, but just understand that social proof is absolute gold. Guys, when you're able to make this switch with a few simple steps that won't cost you any more than $50 and maybe a couple of days to do them, the difference is night and day. VO pros who switch to a custom email address and a custom URL, custom domain, have dramatically higher response rates to cold outreach. They, by definition, eliminate or at least minimize the obstacles to trust and the obstacles to people doing business with you. And they get more consistent referrals from agents and peers. Look, you wouldn't show up to a live session in your pajamas and hand the client a crumpled up resume, would you? So don't do the digital equivalent of that every time you send an email from a Gmail or an Outlook address. If you're hungry to do this for a living, as a business, then you've got to treat your brand like a business. Invest even a little bit of time and money to move your look from hobbyist to hireable. Swap out that generic Gmail address, lock down your custom domain, and watch the way people respond to you with that one simple change. If you found this video helpful, if you think it will be helpful to another voice actor, to another creative pro, please do us the small favor of sharing it with them either through social media or email or whatever means you deem best for you. If you're watching us on YouTube, like, subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to us on the audio podcast, we'd love you to follow us. Maybe even write us a review if you'd be so kind. We'd love you for it. The more we exchange tips, strategies, tactics, even opinions on this channel and in the VO community at large, the better, stronger industry we'll have for ourselves, the stronger businesses we'll have to take care of our families, and I honestly believe the better world we will have. Thanks so much, and we'll see you again back here real soon.